In this video, we are going to study about letter to editor. But before going through the letter to editor, let's see that what are the parts of form a letter or what can be the format. So you see that here the first part of the letter, it should be sender address, means who is sending the letter. It must be written in 3 lines like that. 110 Shivaji apartment or Shiva apartment, C sector, Nehru Nagar, Bhopal. It means in first line you are going to mention house number, colony or apartment, and then street, locality and city. After that, leaving one line, we need date. Date can be in 2 format, 20th July 2020 or July 20, 2020. Years should be separated with comma. After leaving one line, receiver's address, it may be in 3 lines or 4 lines. Here we mention post, then name of organization, then address and city. That should be written in receiver's address. According to post, you can use these all. You can see like the principal, the headmaster, the class teacher, the librarian, for college institute, the director, chairman, the lab in charge, etc. In the same way, for news agency we use the editor, and for complaint letter and order letter and inquiry letter, differently for different post we use these post which is mentioned here. You can see that for inquiry the director, the publisher, the sales manager. In the same way, for order letter we also mention the post. So these are the post. For individual it has been mentioned. After the post, it means the receiver's address, we write salutation. In salutation we use sir or ma'am, and if you have to add something, then dear you can add, dear sir, dear ma'am. Otherwise there is no need to add anything. Next one is subject. After salutation we write subject. Subject is the kind of heading. So the letter's heading you must write in subject. It must be of 4 to 5 words, not more than that, or maybe maximum 1 sentence. Okay. Then 6th point is body of the letter, and it includes 3 paragraphs, introduction, main information and conclusion or complementary line. Conclusion means conclusion of letter. Then last second last 7th point, that is subscription or complimentary close, where we write yours faithfully, yours sincerely or yours truly. But in yours truly we don't mention apostrophe s. Here at the last, signature or name, only name we mention. If designation is applicable, then we write designation. Now see the format of editor letter. Letter to editor, this is the format. We write sender address in 3 lines, then leaving one line, date, then receiver's address, salutation, subject like a heading. Then in 3 paragraphs we write about body of the letter, then we talk about complimentary close and signature. So that is the same thing what I told you in the previous page, that how we have to follow the format. Now let's understand with the help of some examples so that we can understand better. You see here some solved examples. By heading you can understand that what kind of questions may be. So directly I have taken here the subject, water scarcity in Nehru Nagar. Water scarcity in Nehru Nagar. So we are writing letter to editor regarding water scarcity, lack of water in Nehru Nagar. So firstly you write your address. It means here I have written my address, D17 Nehru Nagar, Bhopal, and this is the pin code. If we want to mention, we can mention, or direct city also will work. This is my address, means speaker address. When we are anyone can address can be there. That is not my real address. It's a simple address. Okay. Here we don't mention any comma or no. There is nothing. Nothing requires here. Then leaving one line. Here one line is left, and then here date. Date can be separated. Here year can be separated by this way. Then the editor, no comma, nothing. Name of organization, the Hindustan Times. Then MP Nagar, Bhopal. After Bhopal there is no need to write full stop. Now this format has means this is the latest format. According to that, no comma, no full stop at the end of any particular words unless it is a sentence. Subject: water scarcity in Nehru Nagar, Bhopal. Now there is no need to write respected sir. Direct you can write sir or ma'am, and no need to put comma also. I have mentioned all that how you have to change that, sir or ma'am. If you want to mention more, then you can mention only dear sir or dear ma'am. Now you see that here, that is the introductory line. Through the columns of your renowned daily, I wish to draw the attention of authorities of Municipal Corporation Bhopal. This is a local address, local news. That's why you are writing to Bhopal, Municipal Corporation Bhopal, BMC, towards water scarcity in colonies of Nehru Nagar. Through the columns of your renowned daily, I wish to draw the attention of authorities of Municipal Corporation Bhopal, MCB, towards water scarcity in colonies of Nehru Nagar. That is your introductory paragraph, which you have to mention again, in every letter of editor. Then main point you are going to discuss here with the editor. The water in Nehru Nagar area is supplied for only 20 minutes in the morning only. It is supplied alternative days. It's very difficult to manage the stored water for 2 days. School students, working persons, housewives and children stand in queue to collect water from tankers. They are not able to do their daily works because of lack of water. Even the quality of water supplied is very unhygienic. Purchasing water on daily basis is not easy for us. So that is your main concern. Now you are asking here, it is suggested that the Municipal Water Corporation would provide us hygienic water every day, at least 2 times a day, in the morning and in the evening. I therefore, on behalf of the citizen of Nehru Nagar, request you to highlight our issues in your newspaper to draw the attention of concerned authorities. We will be highly obliged to you. That was your request. So first and last line, you must remember first paragraph and last paragraph so that you can use the same way. Then here you have to mention thanking you, yours faithfully, and here your name. That is one example. Now let's see that another example here, that is about seriousness of drunken driving. Seriousness of drunken driving, that is your heading of the letter. It means in question it will be asked that you are so and so and you have observed the seriousness of drunken driving, means people are driving after drinking and there is no any kind of concern. Write a letter to editor regarding the seriousness of drunken driving. So this way question will be there. You have to write your address. It means receiver, here sender address, and then you are going to write the date, after date, the editor, then name of agency, the Hindustan Times, MP Nagar and Bhopal. There is no need to put full stop. Then subject is seriousness of drunken driving. Here again you don't have to use anything, simply you have to use, if you put comma there is no wrong, if you put respected that is also not wrong, but there is no need of so much formality. You can write only sir or ma'am or dear sir or dear ma'am. Now again you are going to start the same way your letter. You see that through the columns of your esteemed national daily, I want to highlight the menace of drunken driving. Menace means danger. Drinks and driving must not go together, but unfortunately in Bhopal and other cities they mostly go together. What they miss? Drinks and drive. Drunken drivers are very dangerous. Almost 50% of accidents are caused by drunken and rash driving. The most unfortunate thing is that drinking and driving fast has become a craze with the young and the new rich. So that is your first paragraph. Now you are going to tell the main issue or your suggestion. I would suggest a comprehensive campaign to educate people against drunken driving. Newspapers should invite articles criticizing drunken driving. TV programs can be quite educative. School children who are the worst victims of drunken driving can play an active role in this campaign. They can make cartoons, take out rallies through the main streets of the cities shouting slogans against drunken driving. That is your suggestion. Now in the last paragraph you see, in the end, I urge the government to take severe action against those who drive in drunken state. Exemplary punishment can act as an effective deterrent against this menace. Thanking you, yours faithfully, and your name. That is the format of writing letter to editor. These are the words: esteemed, respected. Spate means flood, urge means request, deterrent means preventive, and menace means danger. Now you see the next one: problems caused by stray animal. So I'm not going to read all that one because I have to go further for the next part also of the letter. So you see that here, that address, date, here again that receiver address, then your this one is no need of comma, and respected sir or ma'am, that is enough. And here your paragraph goes like that. I'm just see that scrolling, you can read by pause, putting pause, you see. Okay, all right. Now we will study about the letter to the principal, school or college authorities. Letter to the principal, school or college authorities. We follow the same format of letter to editor, inquiry letter, all the format is same. If we are not from the school, we are from outside the school, outsider, then we write our address first, then date, then receiver's address, and then we'll follow the same pattern. So our address 301 Nehru Nagar, Bhopal 462003, that is our sender address. Then you are writing date, leaving one line, 25th July 2020. Here receiver's address, the principal, Kamla Nehru Higher Secondary School, Kotra Sultanabad, Bhopal. Respected ma'am or respected sir, or only sir or ma'am can be there, or dear sir or dear ma'am. And then you are going to write your subject. What is the main subject? An application for admission to class 11. This is our main subject for writing a letter to principal. You see that here, with reference to the subject, I would like to state that I am XYZ, have passed, XYZ means name, have passed the CBSE examination with the first division from National High School Indore. I wish to seek admission to the class 11th in your esteemed institution. I will be highly obliged if you kindly acquaint me with the necessary criteria for admission. That is your first paragraph. Then second paragraph you see, I would like to choose the subjects of science stream with computer science as the additional subject. In this regard, I have received the award for the best student in mathematics in class 10th and also the second prize for the research scholar in a science workshop. I feel that these honors will be helpful for admission into your school. That is your statement, that is your all information you have given. Now you are requesting the last line. I therefore earnestly request you to kindly consider my case. I am enclosing a copy of board exam mark sheet for you for your perusal. Thanking you, yours sincerely, and then you are writing your name here, enclosed mark sheet, photocopy or copy. Now you see the next letter, that is about an application for long leave due to illness. Again here, since you are from the same school, so you are writing only date in the same format. The principal, Kamla Nehru Higher Secondary School, Kotra Sultanabad, Bhopal. Dear ma'am or dear sir. Subject, an application for long leave due to illness. That is your subject. After that you are following with reference to the subject, This is to inform you that I am Seema Sharma of class 11th of your school have been suffering from acute jaundice since last week. So I am unable to attend this school. I have consulted a doctor and he has advised me to take 15 days bed rest and further rest a few days at home without any exertion after that. I understood that this enforced absence from school will impact my attendance record and may affect my performance in the exams. However, I will make up for the time I am away from the school by studying longer hours after I recover. Therefore, I earnestly request you to kindly grant me permission for leave from 16th July to 31st of July 2020. I'll submit a medical certificate at the time of joining the school. Thanking you, yours sincerely, and your name. That is the letter to any school authority. So now you see that this way you have to follow the format. Next point is paragraph writing. That is coming from coming in different classes. In 9th class it comes to write paragraph. Now this year onward it will be in 10th class also, but it will be analytical paragraph writing. So you see that one paragraph is there where you have to represent one idea with the help of some sentences, but in analytical paragraph little bit difference is there. So let's see that. A paragraph is a group of sentences that relate to or concentrate on a single topic. That is, a paragraph means on one topic we focus and we write in one paragraph. What is analytical paragraph? This form of writing is used to interpret the facts presented in the form of table, graph, cues or chart. Students have to compile the idea and facts given in the paragraph. Students present their own ideas and thought with the help of visuals given in the form of table, chart or graph. It means the students have to see the graph, chart or whatever clue is given, and basis of that they have to weave their own ideas and thoughts which will be proving that facts. It means they have to compile all the facts in a paragraph format. In a well written paragraph, all the sentences explain and contribute to the main idea of the paragraph and not any other idea. It means in one paragraph the idea will concentrate on one topic. The sentences are well arranged and connected to each other and to the topic. Connectors like furthermore, however, nevertheless, although, whereas, etc. are used in paragraph writing. The main idea is well explained, supported and illustrated through details and facts given to present one idea. So this is all about paragraph writing, analytical paragraph writing. Now see that only one example I have taken because we have to wait for different kinds of variety of exercises which I am going to give in next video. So study the chart given below, which is the result of the survey conducted in the public schools and government schools of Bhopal. It shows the types of activities the teenagers aged from 13 to 19 years are involved during their leisure time. Leisure means free time. Complete the summary in about 100 to 120 words. It will be of 5 marks. In your exam it will come of 5 marks. So you see here, that is the chart. You can see watching TV, net surfing, cell phone, friends, and here government with the red one and blue with private one. This is the percentage here, like 0 to 50% has been taken. You have to compare and you have to write in a paragraph. Heading you have to put teenagers and leisure time. You have to give one suitable heading because in marking scheme point will be there for heading and your content. Nowadays the teenagers are more techno savvy than the children used to be many years back or 10 years ago or 15 years ago, but here we are mentioning 10 years back. They do not play games like Ludo, Carom, Chess and other indoor games. 70 to 80% of boys and girls in the age group of 13 to 90 years use cell phones. In the survey conducted recently on some 2,000 students of 2 leading schools, one government and the other a public school, shows shocking facts. 30 to 35% students 30 to 35% students of government school spend their time watching TV. Here 30 to 35% government school students, what they spend watching television, while private school they watch less time. You can see that they do net surfing long time. Who? The public school, means private school students, they watch on they net surf, they use cell phone, they use mobile internet connection, with the help of internet connection a lot with in their leisure time. So 30 to 35% students of government school spend their time watching TV, while 20 to 27% students of private school watch television. It means they watch less. 40 to 45% students from public school spend more of their leisure time in net surfing, and if we talk on net surfing and talking on cell phones. On other hand, the students from government school spend their most of the time in watching TV and talking to their friend. So that is the paragraph. Its word limit is around, you see that here I am telling that word limit. The word limit is 128. So 120 is the last word limit for writing in an exam, but here prepositions and articles are not counted, so it will be around 120 words. So 100 to 120 words you have to write in a paragraph, seeing your clue which is given in your exam. I hope you have understood that paragraph writing, and in paragraph you have to see the only clue, and basis of that you have to compile that all. So in this video we have studied about letter to editor, we have studied about letter to school principals or school authorities, college authorities, and paragraph writing, which are quite familiar with you. So I hope you might have understood all. If you have any kind of doubt, you can write in the comment and you can let me know. You can let me know all about your understanding. Thank you. Have a nice day.